Good evening, fiends. We are back, and welcome to another episode of Sinister Parlour Podcast. I'm Zombie Barbie with my always awesome and amazing and incredible and my best friend ever, my co-host, Bud Vino.
Bang! Rand Nicole, Zombie Barbie, Rand Nicole, and Bud Vino, the dynamic duo Sinister Parlour Podcast, baby. We are back. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? We're back, Rand, and I am excited, and I know you are too. We were calculating it, my friend. It's been about almost 4 months.
That's so crazy.
We've been off the air, yes. It's a long hiatus we took, but we're back and excited to be back, Rena. I love you. Thank you for the awesome introduction, per usual.
Hell yeah.
And I love you, and it's been a great 4 months.
I know. It's so crazy, though, too, because it doesn't feel like it's been 4 months because, you know, we've been talking the entire time, and it's just like, it doesn't feel like it's been that long. It's so weird. When you said that, I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah. Yeah, we were both, you were like, huh? I'm like, yeah, it's really been that long. And as you said, that's a great thing. We both had a lot going on, including a lot of growth.
Yes.
Just as we do all the time, every day. And we continue. I don't think there was a day that went by we didn't talk through these 4 months. It's a beautiful thing because you've been such a great friend through all the ebbs and flows of both of our emotional states that we've been in over 3.5, 4 months, which has always been supportive with each other. But we're human in terms of our pain or our triumphs, whatever it is, but we're always supportive no matter what. And that's a fucking beautiful thing, my friend. That's an untouchable thing. And it's just, I feel really blessed to be on with you. And I love you again. Can't say it enough.
Me too. I love you too. I'm so excited. It was like today we were both, this is the day. We are fucking doing this shit. And like you could just feel it. We both don't have a migraine. We're not super tired. We're not just like, I got all this shit going on. We're like, we're going to do this shit.
Yeah, we said, and we had a lot going on because people out there know Zombie Barbie is an actress and an author and a model and a list of, and a wonderful person, first and foremost. But so Rand's been very busy, and I have been doing my thing too, and I've been working too behind the scenes. I'm very fortunate because, as you know, Chris Durand, who I have to talk about because Chris Durand, I told him I busted his balls. Because Chris, what I did too is I told my family, now this is my 2018 Michael Myers, as you know, but I supplement that for Chris. So Chris is going to be right here. He's going to be looking right at me.
I can see his hair. Right
here. Can you see his hair?
Yeah.
Look at Chris. So look, he'll be able to talk to me as if he's right here, Chris.
He's watching you with that blank stare.
Yes, he is. And he told me, as he often does, why don't you try to be nice to your guests? I said, well, Ball Breaker, we don't have any guests today, so we're just rolling together. So, but no, shout out to my man, Chris Durand. He's another one. He's obviously immensely supportive of the show, Rand.
Yeah.
And as a friend, he's another one that I talk to almost daily.
Mm-hmm.
He can't get enough of me, is what it is. I tell him that's what no. He's such an awesome ball breaker too. I say he is, but he's such a inspiration. I will say he'll hate that. And I was going to try not to talk nice about him, but I will. But he's been such a source of inspiration too. He's so knowledgeable, and just a sarcastic prick too. When you get to know him, which I've been fortunate to do. Oh, in such a great way. I said I've been hearing different rumors, Chris, about different people in the industry that are assholes, and I say, Chris, there's no way. I said I was personally insulted being a personal friend of yours because you, my friend, take the cake. You are the biggest asshole, and he loved it because he knows that. No, in all actuality, he's awesome and humble.
Amazing.
He's a lot of fun. He is. And he knows we're doing this, and I know I'm waiting for a message. He's been sending them through today.
Mm-hmm.
And he knows we're doing this right now, so I'm waiting, Chris. I'm sending out that telepathy.
Yeah. Yep.
Bust my balls, Chris.
It's gonna come through. He's like, what are you fucking with this time?
Right, exactly. Have you screwed everything up yet? You should quit.
You should quit.
But that's what's great about Chris. He knows, like, when I am in a certain place, like, if he can feel it, and he's more... But it's off-putting sometimes in a great way, because he knows me well enough where he will throw shit like that in really inappropriate times, which is perfect for me because it'll completely throw me off. But he knows when to do that with me. So it's been good. So that's been wonderful. And he's such, like I said, a talented guy's been helping me with the project behind the scenes. There's a lot to it. But again, I'm pretty fucking blessed.
Yeah, we definitely found a good one in that man.
Oh yeah. But don't ever tell him that. Because you can't. I don't ever want him to know that I love him. Don't tell him. I'll never tell him. Yeah. But no, I think Leanne, in starting the show off too, I think that's one thing that you and I have that kinship. Even on those days where we are down, we remind the other one, not necessarily in these words, but we do sometimes literally, is that we always try to feel blessed. Even when things seem to be, oh my God, why? We always try to look for the lesson in it, or the gift in it, because there's a lot of things in life that seem horrible, then later you're like, holy shit, thank God that happened. I can't believe I didn't want it to happen. Now, thank God it happened. Yeah. And everything does happen for a reason if you look at it that way. And even our relationship. And I was just speaking about our relationship with my beautiful wife, Allison, the other day, and how it was so just meant to be with you and I, and how it just kind of, it was really happenstance that we happened to start shooting shit. Yeah. About 31. That was our connecting movie. Richard Breakout there. We're going to get Richard on.
Oh, yeah.
Right? It's going to happen.
That's our man.
Richard. Rich. Yeah, we're going to get him on.
Richard.
Yeah, Richard. Get on here.
Well, he was one of our shows a while back, or was it one of our shows? Yeah, because we talked about it.
It was a post about 31, the show we were reviewing 31.
Yeah.
And we were so excited because he acknowledged it and liked it.
Yeah, I was like, holy shit.
Oh, wait, Chris Durand he's messaging me. Chris Durand is messaging right now. Hold on. We're going to see how he broke my balls, because he is messaging me right now. Hold on. What keeps saying?
See, it's like he knew. He's got that telepathy.
Yeah, you know what he said? Because I said, I'm Chris. I left him a message before we started. I said, Chris. It was the one I was trying to send to you because it was really funny, but it wouldn't let me.
Yeah.
Because Chris was doing that serial killer shit, not letting me send it. But I said, oh, Chris, I'm going to break your balls so hard.
So hard.
Wait, so he just sent me a message. He goes, I'm sure I'm going to deserve it. He said, but people are probably going to go, who? Like, people don't know who Chris is. Chris has been in everything, but, well, it's funny, too, because sometimes I forget. Like, Chris is such a cool guy. We don't talk about, he actually doesn't like, when you get to know him, he's not a big gore fan in terms of, me too, I'm a weirdo man, and there was this video of this guy a couple months ago. It's gruesome. It was a guy that was doing a deadlift. He was trying to set the record, and both his fucking knees broke at the same time.
I've seen
boom! It was like, I'm like, Durand, I'm going to send you this. He's like, don't send me that shit. Like, he doesn't want to, like, he's like, I don't want to see that.
Oh, it's so gross. Yeah. Like when their buttholes fall out. Have you ever seen that? Where they do
I think I've seen. Yeah.
Their intestines fall out. If you hear weird licking, it's my dog. He's like licking his legs.
Well, I was telling too, like there was a thing I was seeing too, where this lady was sitting on one of those vacuum toilets, and she stayed on it when she flushed it, and it whipped her intestines right out of her ass. The EMTs came, and she was laying on the bed with all of her like fucking 30 feet of intestine or whatever it is hanging out. She lived.
Oh my God.
She's sitting there like, it suctioned her ass and pulled her ass right out. Like, shit.
What kind of suction toilet is that? In like an airplane?
That's what I thought. Like, it's not really necessary. Like, what kind of shits are people doing when you gotta, like, literally, it's gonna be that powerful?
For one who is videoing that, too, what kind of fucking toilet was that?
Well, no, I don't know if it was a video. It was a story that I heard. It was something that I read. Yeah, it was a thing that I read, or it was on, it may have been on, like, a YouTube, one of those, like, freaky,
gross.
It could be. There's a channel that I kind of have been enjoying lately because I'm a sick fuck, but it's called They Will Kill You, and it's like when certain things go wrong, and it could have been like when toilets go wrong. I think that was actually the video that came out, and it's like, 9 or 10 different like stories of real stories of when certain things go wrong.
Oh my God, that's horrible. That would be so fucking painful. Can you imagine like the feeling of that?
No.
Do you remember Rotten.com back when we were
I remember. Yeah, like the train stuff all the day. Because you're sick too.
And Faces of Death and all of that. Oh my gosh, that shit was like
good stuff.
That was like the cool thing to do. Like, let's look at Rotten.com and see what's
It shaped us. It shaped us.
Yeah.
You see his shape is. Well, what I was going to say about Chris, it was funny because I forget sometimes. He's been on everything. He's been on, Seinfeld, everything. He's done everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I was watching a Seinfeld episode he was in, and my mother-in-law happened to be over. It just happened to be that episode. I said, holy shit, I forgot. This is Chris right here. And there's a certain cut. You can tell it's him. And it's a martial arts scene. But he's done a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
But as I tell Chris, I'm like, I saw you in that scene, Chris. I think I could take you. But Chris is in good shape. See, Chris and I share a birthday, too. As you know, we have the exact same birthday.
Yep.
But, Rand, he is much, much older. He's got one foot in the box. Yeah, we have the same day, but it is certainly not the same year, is it, Mr. Geriatric? Right. See, look at him just staring at him. He's not impressed at all. Look at him.
No, he's pissed. You pissed him off. He's probably going to kill
Chris,
you.
You're right, Chris, you're right.
As you pet his hair. It'll be okay.
That's right. I got to calm Chris down. I got to just calm him down. It's been good.
Is that a mask that you can wear, or is that like a statue? God.
Oh, no, it's just a mask. I just have it on a, it's a mask. I just have it on like a.
Oh, okay, because it looks really solid.
Yeah, no. Well, I've only worn it a few times. Just when I was out killing. Trick-or-treating.
Chilling and killing.
Chilling and killing, baby. I actually have a bunch of different Jason masks. This is from a guy who owned a company. I think he still has it going, called Lakeside/a Studio. This is a Jason set.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and he does really quality work.
Mm-hmm.
So I have all those little toys. I'm an adult child. Yeah,
and
so it's good. And we said, Rhiannon, there was a few different people too that had been doing a lot of things in the time that we've been off. One of which, Mr. Ken Arnold, is in Austria right now.
Yeah, I'm jealous.
With Ken and Dan?
Oh, yep. And for everybody that doesn't know, Ken and Dan DeLuca did The Night Watchman, which is one of the best freaking horror comedies in the world. It is so good. So good.
It is. And good people, too. I haven't talked to Ken in a few weeks, but when he was first landing in Austria, I sent him a few messages. I didn't know that he was, like, getting on a plane.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, I'm going to message you when I touch down.
Aww.
So, well, he's working on a movie, right? So I know he's busy, so I'm not really expecting him to, you know what I mean? Like, it was just a casual, just, hey, how you doing? It wasn't anything important. So, like, a few days went by, and this is like a Sunday. It was like 3 or 4 days went by. And so I messaged him. I said, Ken, I don't want to be a dick here or anything, but I've been sitting here for like 4 days. You said you were going to message me. And it's kind of rude. I haven't got any sleep. I just was waiting with bated breath for that message. But no, he loves it. He loves to get his balls worked too. That's why we get along so well. Well, Ken back on, and DeLuca too. We haven't. I don't think we've had Dan on, have we?
Not yet. Nope. They would be great together.
Oh, Dan, you got to get on with Ken.
Yeah. That'd be
we got to try there. Yeah, last day of shooting today, Rhea.
Shit, yeah. When you're done with Austria, we'll have to get you on the show.
and yeah, Ken, for those who might not know about this, Ken does a radio show himself called Coffee with Ken in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And he does that, and he's amped up first thing in the morning. He's almost as worse than me. Like his energy. I'm like, whoa, this guy's a fucking freak. And I'm like, well, he's a lot like me in that way. I should maybe look in the mirror. Yeah.
I'm never amped up. I'm like, fuck. Can I just sleep like a few more hours?
Yeah, you know me. I can't. I have a big time problem sleeping. But lately, it's been better.
Okay.
I just kind of submit. You know what I mean? Try and sleep when I can.
Yeah.
But lately it's been better. It's been better.
Good. Well, for a while, we were getting migraines constantly.
Mm-hmm.
That was freaking horrible.
Yeah, we seem to be in, as we said, our periods line up because our migraines seem to happen at the same time.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's fucking awful. Oh shit.
Yeah, but it's definitely nice to be back, Rhiannon. Now, what movies? What have you been doing? I know you've been working on a few different things, and because of the pandemic and all the scheduling thing, it's been kind of tedious, and there's been a lot of work put in by everybody.
Yeah. So it's so funny because like I'm thinking back, I'm like, what did I do? It feels like I did like a lot of shit, but I really didn't. But right now we're working on a short film for Tony Newton, He's who I did Witchcast with, and Dark Web Mystery Box, and Amityville Hex, and we're doing another one called Amityville Exorcist. So we've been working like the last few weeks on that, trying to get that submitted. It's like a found footage film about exorcisms. So, and I actually have to film tomorrow too. So we've been trying to get that done. I did a music video in Texas. That just released, I believe, like 2 or 3 days ago. Normal fucking work, normal fucking work.
She's a mover and a shaker. Yeah. And we've buckled her down to the show, and we're going to start, we've got guests lined up too, Rhea, in the coming weeks, and that's going to be great. And we're return guests too, and some updates, because again, we're going to have Ken back on. We're going to get some other people on too, like our man Eric Bourne. We'll have to get him back on.
Yeah, he's been working like a motherfucker.
Oh, he's been a crazy man. Even during the pandemic, he didn't care.
Yeah.
He was right out there.
Yeah, he was even quarantined for a bit, and he's still freaking working.
Yeah.
Not because he was sick, but just because I think they're all quarantined for
I think Eric is of the undead. I think Eric is a zombie is what it is. He doesn't seem affected by any of these health issues, or doesn't seem daunted by it either. He just goes right ahead.
He's like, bring it, bitches, I got this shit.
Well, he's got the most badass name in the world. He's flourished with his name too, and it's badass. Well, definitely, he's an awesome guy too, in all seriousness. So we'll back on, because as you said, he's done a ton. So we'll get updates. Mr. Dan Ferrens, we'll have him back on for some updates too. I send Dan messages every now and again. It was ironic too, not ironic, wrong word to use, but the other day it was kind of funny, somewhat ironic, I guess. But I was watching. I happened to watch, and I had seen it before, but his name was Jason, which is a short documentary of Friday the 13th series, which was actually a little before Crystal Lake Memories and Never Sleep Again. Awesome documentary by Dan. Now, the thing is, when I started watching, I'm like, who directed this? So I look at it, it says Dan Ferrens. I didn't realize. He may have mentioned that on the show, but I didn't realize he directed that too. So for those of you who might not have seen it, who are interested in the Friday the 13th series, it's called His Name Was Jason. And that is a Friday the 13th documentary. Short one, fun. A lot of fun. So I think that may be where he drew the inspiration to do the other documentaries, because the first was very, very good. So we'll have to check and ask Dan that. I send Dan messages every now and again, inspirational sort of things or goofy sort of things. And he's got a great sense of humor too, and very talented. So, we'll see what Dan's up to. Oh yeah, very accommodating, very
nice,
and a really cool sense of humor too.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, and we'll get Shelley back on, Shelley Finkelstein. I haven't talked to Larry Zern in a while, but we will get an update from Larry. Larry's a mover and a shaker, and he's an attorney on that way.
Yeah.
But if we get jammed up on any sort of legal issues, then we'll definitely get in touch with Larry.
Yeah.
Larry, remember, we're friends. We've had you on the show, buddy. Come on, man.
We may need your help in the future. You never know.
Yeah. You never know. So no, we'll have all that stuff, and we've had some great support, Rhiannon, behind the scenes. As I mentioned, Chris Durand, and we'll do a lot of shows after as well on everybody. But it's been great, the support. So everybody out there behind the scenes are kind of like, when you guys come back, what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
All good things come to those who wait, Clarice.
Yep. And we're making it a surprise. Like, nobody even knows we're doing this right now besides Chris. I see this bubble on my ear. I'm like, what is my hair doing? It was like all sticking out.
I'm hoping something falls. It's usually fun when something falls. We wait for something to fall to kind of just spice the show up. So, you never know.
Well, yesterday all my books freaking fell. I have a ghost in my room right now.
You do?
Mm-hmm. No, like
I think, it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. So my friend, Jessica, she, can like feel spirits and stuff like that. And so she comes over like all the time. And so, when we're laying in bed, she can feel where it's at and shit. And like, I mess with the pendulum and we ask the pendulum questions, and it's everything that she was saying, it was saying the same thing. I'm like, holy shit. So now when she's here, it'll do something to fuck with her. And it's not being mean. It's not like a bad spirit, but it's funny because like shit'll fall down. Like I had this skeleton hanging in my bathroom for fucking years. Never been touched. You can't even touch it. It's up in the corner. And then if she said she could feel it in the bathroom, the spirit, all of a sudden the fucking skeleton falls. So then I get it back up, and then like a few days later, I'm on the phone with her after I got out of the shower, and the son of a bitch fell again. Right when I was on the phone with her, I'm like, I think he's saying hi to you.
It's like the Eddie Murphy thing. Man, I love this place. It's so great, the skeleton falls. Too bad we have to move, baby.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Can't pay her, sorry.
She's like, this sucks. I'm like, he's nice. He's just curious.
Yeah, it doesn't suck until he starts knocking over your glass of soda or something. You drink, turns your stove all the way up so you burn your dinner or something like that. Other than that, you can just mess with me. I'm a kind of a smart ass too. So if you're a smart ass, you can pull that one. I'll do it
motherfucker. Well, my wine glasses downstairs, those shoot across the fucking room. Had it happen twice. Shoot across the fucking room.
Yeah. Oh, about that visit, I'm gonna have to delay that. I meant to tell you.
You're like,
I have so many things. Just the schedule. It's just let me look at this. Wow, boy. Yeah.
You're like, I'll just get a hotel. No. I'm good.
Yeah. No, I don't want to impose. It just feels like I would be. I don't want to stray. Yeah, no, it'll be good. We'll go in there, hang out with the ghost.
Yeah, I'll even give you my room just so you can have the full experience with the ghost.
Oh, nice.
And my dog.
Nice, I would love that.
Sorry.
Maybe they could help me sleep. Maybe the ghost would tickle my legs or give me a back rub. My wife does that for me. It'll put me to sleep. They say, baby, can you put me to sleep? I'm such a baby with her when I'm tired. Baby, can you put me to sleep? She will. Please. She's so good. Oh, I love it. Yeah, she puts me to sleep. I don't know if she knows right what to do to knock me out, literally. Mm-hmm. So she'll be like, I'm done.
Like chloroform. That works.
Oh, yeah. That's probably what it is when I'm starting to doze. I think she's like a miracle worker. I'm like, baby, we're so connected. She's like, oh, yeah. I'm like, well, I feel really, really, really tired today. I don't know why. I got like 12 hours of sleep. What fucking day is it?
I slept so good.
It's unreal.
Oh, man. So, speaking of Allie, with that filming that I'm doing, Amityville Exorcist, I used her name as inspiration as my character. So, I am your wife in...
That is exciting. And I told Allison that. She was so flattered. She said, really? I said, yes, she's using your name. So I'm interested to see what Allie does.
Yeah.
In the film. What kind of hideous and deplorable things that Allie will do on the film, or maybe no, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll leave it up to the imagination.
I think you'll like it. It'll be cool.
Good, yeah, that's awesome. It's very flattering. So that was awesome too. It's really cool stuff.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, I know the name I want. Yeah. I'm Allie.
Yep, and it works out perfect because again, if your character is a sicko, then it works out even better. Not kidding.
Yeah. There's no chloroform, but.
Oh, I always tell my wife. I said, I think you're the insane one. You're the one. You said yes. I always remind her. You can say whatever you want, but you said yes when I asked you to marry me a long time ago. She said, that's true. So
she's like, yeah, I guess I'm a little crazy.
She got that good sense of humor, too, so that's awesome. We have a lot of fun, because she's not hung up either. You know her. She's so laid back. We just have a lot of fun. So, and the three of us, too, we have a lot of fun, including these sort of name things. So now Allie's going to be curious to see what she's done. She's going to be giddy like a schoolgirl.
Oh, yay.
Yeah.
Oh,
yes,
man.
Good stuff.
I was going to ask you real quick. So, do you have Netflix?
That's right. I do.
Did you watch The Night Stalker?
I haven't, but I do know it's on there. I actually just watched that. For some reason, I've watched it over and over, the Chris Watts documentary, American Murderer, or whatever that's on Netflix. For some reason, I keep watching it. He's just such a thick fuck.
I don't know if I saw that.
Yeah, you'll have to check it out. It's on there now. It's just, it's not a bad, in terms of the psychological aspect, I've studied that case a lot and gone over these. There's hours and hours of interrogation. It's actually done very well. There's a female, I can't remember her name, that did his polygraph and part of his interrogation. She's top notch. She was very good. And there was another interrogator in there with it who was very good. So in studying that, yeah, the one who killed his wife and his two daughters.
I did watch that. Yes, I did. I didn't know that was his name.
Yeah, Chris Watts. Yeah. Piece of shit. Yeah.
Fuck.
So, but from a psychological aspect, I always find those sort of things. I dig into them a little and try to find, sort of things that you can find in looking at behaviors to see what may have precipitated.
Yeah. Well, so
yeah, but
too.
What's that?
I said you're so good at that too.
Oh, thank you. Oh, my head is so big. It's just falling over. Thank you. But I enjoy it. But no, I am going to check that out. What you were saying is we do have Netflix, so I'm going to check that out.
You have to. It's really good.
My family, especially my wife and youngest son, they love Cobra Kai.
Oh, yeah.
Oh God, they're we're all very tight too. We have a lot of fun together.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll do their thing too and watch. I'm not as much into it, which I'm surprised. Not that I don't like it, because I'm I'm a '70s, '80s kid. I'm a Gen Xer, so I love the Karate Kid shit. And I do like Cobra Kai. I think it's well done, but it's just a little too. It's geared. I think I don't know. For me, it's not as. I like to keep certain things the way they were in my head. Like even though Daniel, I think, always was the villain, and he probably still is.
I don't know.
I like the. Yeah, well, no, Cobra Kai is good though, from what I've seen, and my family loves it. My wife and my Sunday, they're right into it together. So I love that they're in there, they watch it together, and they talk about it all the time. I have no idea what the hell they're talking about, but
just nod and agree. You're like, yeah.
Yeah, it seems like they enjoy it. No, I love that they have that too, because it's kind of their thing.
Mm-hmm.
So we all have different. It's their special time too, where they know what they're talking about. And they go in there and they watch it, and they bond, and I hear them a lot too when they're watching. They're laughing.
Aww.
Just it's just the best. What better joy? And I think of that all the time. Like, yeah, I'll be out doing my thing, whatever, and I can hear them laughing and just really cutting up. Just really cracking up. They'll watch different stuff together, different shows that are funny, and just listening to it. I'm like, yeah, how fucking blessed am I, man?
Yeah,
honestly. And here I am on with you, doing this sort of shit. So again, I'm very blessed. Doing our thing, chicken wing. Yeah.
Yeah. But you had asked me earlier, before we were recording, as far as like movies I had watched, and I really can't remember a whole lot, because I've just been kind of just scrolling through, and if I see something, scary or weird, I'm just like, oh, okay, I'll watch it. And I can't remember anything. But I bought, have you heard of a Serbian film?
Yes.
Have you seen it?
No.
Oh my God. Okay. So I've been looking for this movie for like 11 fucking years.
You're like, wait, you have a lot to tell about this.
My God. I didn't even finish it because I was like, oh shit. So I've been looking for it for 11 years because I've heard all this shit about it, and that's fucked up and blah blah blah. I did not realize how fucked up it was. Like, I was thinking, because like I watched Human Centipede and I was absolutely disgusting, and I was thinking maybe like that, and
John Mondu, we watched that movie, yeah.
Yeah, and I was thinking, like, I knew there was a part where like they inject his dick and he like has to do these porns and blah. So I'm not thinking it's that bad. I'm like, oh, okay, it's like.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, so I'm just like, I'm going with that. I'm like, oh yeah, the dick in the porn. Yeah, exactly. Inject the dick down for it.
I didn't even see that part because I turned it off. And I'm gonna watch it again because I ended up asking a friend of mine. I was like, okay, how bad does this get? Because this part I watched, and I'm not going to say it just to not give it away, but I was like, okay, this part was really fucking bad and I'm very uncomfortable. So turn this fucking movie on. Super excited to watch it. I get it from Unearthed Films. Tell my dad I got this great horror movie. We're going to watch it, blah, blah, because he's super into like scary shit. Fucking turn it on. And, it's all in Serbian. And, oh my God, I felt like I was watching a fucking porn with my dad. It was so fucking. You remember like when you were younger and you walk in on a sex scene and or you were like watching a movie and like a sex scene comes on, you feel really fucking.
Or just something really uncomfortable, yeah, and you're just like, even a kissing scene, yeah.
You're like, I don't know what to do right now. Like, do I walk away? Do I close my eyes? Like, this is very weird. So we're sitting there freaking, watching it, and I was like, sorry, Dad. And then it was like this. I think it gets better. I don't know. And then this like one part came on, and it was. If you can think of like fucked up shit, like this is like the worst fucked up thing.
Is this the penis injecting part?
No, I didn't even see that part.
Oh, I was gonna say, because I was an extra in the penis injecting thing. I wasn't the penis, but I was the balls.
I didn't even get to that part because it's like, okay, you get through the whole part where you're watching basically fucking porn, and then this really, really, really bad part comes on, and it was like, it involved children and stuff. And it was just fucking horrible. Yeah, it was bad. And so my dad's like, I'm fucking done. So we turn it off, and then, I wrote my friend, I'm like, okay, like, that was really fucking bad. Like, does it get worse? And it's like, that was probably the worst part. The rest gets fucked up, bloody, gory, that kind of stuff that you just watch doesn't happen again. That was like the worst part. And I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna have to watch it by myself because for one, I'm not gonna watch this shit with my dad because I was very fucking uncomfortable.
Yeah, I won't watch that. Yeah, that one I'll skip.
Yeah, it was like
that one will be a pass for me. But I'll take your word for it.
I don't want to be traumatized alone.
Well, see, yeah, well, that one, when it comes to kids, I have an issue, just it's such a hard, I start to get mad like your dad, probably.
Yeah.
Like, I start getting, no motherfucker, I'll fucking kill, when it comes to, then the movie turns into something different for me.
That's true. You'll probably be like that.
It elicits emotional reactions that are, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well,
but no, they push the limits, definitely, I'm sure.
Fuck yeah. Well, apparently there was a meaning behind that movie because they were trying to bring a sort of awareness that is what's happening there, and that is actually a fucking problem. Like, a lot of that weird action is a problem, and it's not like it wasn't like child porn. Like, it wasn't all like that or nothing. It was just they were showing things that happen.
Well, yeah, no, exactly. That's what I mean. Even that, like, it's like one of those things. That's right. I think you know how it is because you have kids. It's like one of those things. You have a daughter, so it's like, ooh, you get real like, ugh.
Yeah. Yeah, touch my kid, I will slice your fucking throat.
Yeah, like a lot. I'll fucking bathe in your blood and laugh while I'm doing it.
Yeah. It was just, man, I just couldn't even. I was like, this is like super fucked up. So that's like the only thing that stands out to me right now as far as what I've watched.
Well, that definitely I can see where that would make an impact.
Yeah,
I haven't, in terms of just the different stuff I've been watching. I still, it's funny. Because we'll talk about this again and again. I still have not watched Evil Dead. I bought it, as I told you, a long time ago. And all these different things, I've seen so much more. Like, and I think it's just because of that. Like, in terms of just different people posting about it and different, people have all along because it's an older movie.
Mm-hmm.
But it just seems more prevalent in my eyes now since I haven't seen it and you've been wanting me to see it.
Yes.
So I think I'm waiting. So you know what I'll do? I'll wait and we'll do it when we finally get together. In person, we'll have a viewing of the Evil Dead.
That would be fun. All three of them.
And you know what we'll do? If you remember Johnny Mondew, my brother from another mother, Johnny, I've known my whole life. I love Johnny. But Village Crew, Nashville, baby. But he, if you remember, has a popcorn machine. He can make colored popcorn. So we'll have to have him make blood red popcorn for us.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he told me if Richard Brake comes on, Richard, if you're listening too, I talked to John. I said, we're going to get Richard Brake on. I'm telling you. Putting it out there. I told you too. We're going to get him on.
Mm-hmm.
And John said, I'll come up with that fucking popcorn machine if he comes up. Because, in hell, everybody loves popcorn.
Yeah.
And he'll have it popping. He'll be here. And we'll have that popcorn shooting out blood red everywhere. We'll get it. We'll put on a fucking show.
Oh, that'd be so
we're going to have Richard Brake on. Yeah, we're going to have Richard Brake on. We're not going to play around.
Nope. We're going to go the full fucking full thing. That'd be awesome.
Nope. No foreplay with Richard.
Nope.
We're too old for that. Yeah, we can just go right in. We don't have time for that shit. No time for sweet nothings with Richard. We're going to get him right on here.
Go big or go home.
That's right. That's the fucking right when he gets here.
Man.
We're going to have Doomhead.
Fucking bad. Oh, man. Doomhead's just fucking amazing.
We'll bring him on. We'll bring Doomhead on to Dream On. Aerosmith, Dream On. Remember that end scene?
Yeah.
We'll have to have Dream On playing when he comes on.
Hell yeah. That'd be super.
You're just going to put it out there. Richard Brake, we love you. I'm going to have you on. We're going to put it right out there.
Mm-hmm. You started this beautiful, amazing friendship, so.
Yes. And he knows it.
Mm-hmm.
He knows it. Because he knew the whole post was about that.
Yeah.
So he's aware of it. So.
Hell yeah.
And I think we're fucked up enough to where Richard will really enjoy us because he seems like a pretty fucked up dude too, in a good way. He's very, in all actuality, he's really artistic. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
Amazingly artistic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, in a great way. So it'd be really cool to have him on. I can't even imagine it. But I said that about Chris Durand too, and he became a really good fucked up friend. So maybe not. We'll keep Richard away. You never know. We might get close. I don't want that. Look what happened with Chris.
Chris will be like, "What the hell? Are you cheating?"
No, Chris is one of those. Well, yeah, Chris is one of those rare guys because as you know, I've done shit for years, and I've interviewed a lot of people. And I just, for some reason, you just find those fucked up people.
Yeah.
And you connect with them. No, but seriously, there's certain connections you have that and it's awesome. And I go with that. I go with what? See, Chris. Anyway, we bring up Chris a lot. Like I have my man crush on Chris.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing that's similar when it comes to yourself, Chris, I think of John Mondew. My wife, same thing, is there's no bullshit. We don't believe in drama. There's just honesty, love. Mm-hmm. And Chris isn't the type at all, I will say. He doesn't beat around the bush. And that's one thing I love about him, because I won't get into it too much of the personal stuff, but in some of the stuff that he's assisting me with, there was a quote from Steven Spielberg, and I think I may have told you this, and Tom Hanks when they were working together, and I'm paraphrasing, but basically, like, if we're going to do this, I'm not going to fucking worry about your feelings. You know what I mean? Like, you got to basically, like, and again, and said back to him, you know, paraphrasing too about the conversation with Spielberg and Hanks, is good, and I hope you don't fucking mind me hurting yours either, because I'm not fucking worried about it. The point too is that he's, when it comes to, like, if it's like project or something artistic, or he's in it, like emotionally or whatever, like, it's no fuck around time.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It's like, and he won't sit there, and that's what I know he does enjoy about me. I put it out there, and he doesn't pussyfoot it. Hey, like, he'll go right in, that sucks. Mm-hmm. You know, he doesn't sit there and try to fucking spare me. You know, he doesn't have time.
So good.
Well, yeah, he's real. You know, there's a time and a place. Yeah. You know, but he's great like that, and I'm real receptive to that shit, because it's real or nothing. You know, and that's what I love about you. There's no bullshit.
Yeah.
And we said that a long time ago. That's why we keep winning. There's no fucking bullshit. There's no fucking weird shit. Anything egoic, we throw out the window. Yeah. Any sort of egoic, whether it's jealousy, nothing. It's always pure.
Yeah.
And I know that you and I have such a fucking literal fear, because it's such a fucking genuine and rare bond that we have, that we're so fucking forthright with each other, because it's so pure that we never want to fucking fuck up that purity, and that's awesome. Because that's true. That's not walking on eggshells or worried about it. Saying I respect that person so much, and I value that fucking honesty, and that genuine love, because that accompanies it. Chris is the same way. John Mondu is the same way, and John really inspired me this morning. Because he didn't know the exact time, and it wasn't for this reason, but as you said, we woke up, we felt great, I was ready, and he tagged me in a post, which he hasn't done in a long time, and it was about that he was feeling positive, and that, you know, it's basically, you know, and he quoted me, which was me quoting Rocky Balboa, but basically, you know, I ain't heard no bell, like, no making excuses, get up, and it really continued to inspire me, because I was feeling really good about the show, and then I read that, and I had sent a message, Johnny, man. See, it's that sort of connection. Yeah. I said, without even realizing, you really pushed me forward. I love you, bro. I sent a message. I fucking love you. I love you. And I do that with people because, again, these days are never promised, man. They're just gifts. Yeah. You know, so I make sure they say it. Or if someone's an asshole, I make sure they say it too. You know that too, Rhiannon.
I love that about you.
You are a piece of shit. It was like, you get to a certain limit with me, you know, Rhiannon.
Yeah. I was like,
and that's it. Like a fucking Band-Aid, I just pull it off.
Yeah.
Be real with me or don't fuck with me. I always say that too. Like, you know, what does that say? Let's say, I forget exactly what that says. It says, do no harm but take no shit.
Yeah.
And I say that to you too. When you're going to film, I'll do that too. I'll be like, Rhiannon, remember, have a good day, kid. You're going to fucking kill it. Be you. Do no harm but take no fucking shit. You're fucking Rhiannon Nicole. You're the fucking baddest bitch in the business, baby. You fucking bring it like it's your last fucking round.
Yep.
And you fucking do every time.
I love you. It's awesome. Oh, man. I know I really want to get back into writing, too. But it's like, man, I haven't had time to do it. But
yeah, well, that's what Chris is actually assisting me with, too. And, man, what a fuck. Again, intimidating in a great way. But how many people, I said to my wife, how many people have that sort of talent, you know what I mean, to be able to guide. You know, I'm fucking blessed.
Oh, yeah.
But Chris knows me. You know, he's gotten to know me. He believes in my talent, my heart. He knows it. Just like I know his. His just speaks for itself. You know, you know what I mean? Like, but of course, I'll have to cut him down on the knees. I'm like, Chris, what have you done for me lately? You did that shit. That was a long time. No, he's yeah, I always got to cut him down on the knees at some point. You got to bring each other down a little bit. No, but he's his forte. He's a very, as I said, he's a very skilled writer. He has so many things going on. I'm like, holy shit. Oof.
Yeah.
But he handles it. What's that?
I said he's got his hands full, that's for sure.
Yeah, he does. He does.
He's a workhorse.
Yeah, he is. And he's a family man, too. And he's a cool show. We've given Chris a lot of man love.
I know. Shit, this is like the We Love Chris show.
Yeah, fucking Chris Durand show.
Fuck that guy.
What's up with that? Jeez. Yeah, exactly. I don't know, Chris who? Like he said, people won't even know him. That's true. Chris who?
Yeah. Who?
I don't even know who that is. He's looking right at me, though. Look at it. I notice it.
He's watching.
The black, the darkest tongue,
watching.
The devil's eyes. Chris, sit down.
Now I
sit
want
down
Halloween.
I do too. But see, it's weird now because I watched, it came up in the, what was it? What the hell was it I was watching? It was a Cinema Snob review for H2O that came up, but I always forget that it's Chris. I keep on watching because it's so disconnected from me. I do remember it, but I so can't. It's really hard because I'm, it's just a really cool, but I can watch it and kind of forget it's him. But you know what I wanted to ask him? We never asked him. I still haven't asked him because I was watching in that review. They show where Jamie Lee Curtis knees Michael Myers in the balls. And knees him in the balls, his eyes kind of go wide. I was going to ask him, did she really knee you in the balls, Chris? Because that looked like a pretty authentic scene. He looked pissed off.
He looked pissed off.
Oh, his eyes, he's like, say what? Like when she hit him in the balls. But he responded to it a little bit. You know what I mean? Like you would think, yeah, Jason did too, because Jason did respond to getting hit in the nuts, because Jason got hit in the nuts in Friday the 13th Part 2. Ginny, the end girl there, hit him in the nuts, and he was affected by it. But in later movies, when he became more zombie Jason, I guess his nuts became zombie nuts because he wasn't affected. When he got hit, he had like zombie genitals. Like it was just, he seemed surprised too. I forget what it was, but he definitely got hit in the nuts and was not affected. In Part 2, he had more human nuts. So he had gentle, early adulthood nuts. So when she hit him, he went down. He went, and it was more genuine. Although he got up a lot more quickly than he would, because nut pain. It was a little. I guess you can't do it for movie. Eddie Murphy's spoken of this too, because nut pain is different. Like it's not like other pain. When you get hit, you don't just go down right away, because nut pain is delayed. Like you get hit and you know it's coming as a guy. You're like, oh fuck, oh. Because then you're down. It's not like really instant like that stuff. But they had to just speed up the movie because you can't, But although in Friday the 13th 1, they did Alice making coffee in real time, like literally in real time making coffee, which was a drawn out scene. So I guess they could have drawn out the nut scene a little bit.
Maybe. I don't know. But I guess even like if they were wearing like a cup, I'm sure if you still hit it, it probably still hurts, at least to some degree.
Well, yeah. Well, she may have just raised it, and they could have just dubbed in. I'm sure they dubbed in the sound, so it seemed a lot more impactful.
Well, yeah.
Although, if I were Jamie Lee, I would have kneed Chris Durand right in those balls again. I would, oops, sorry, oh my God, I didn't know you wanted me to let up.
Oops.
Chris. No, and then you'd have to run, though, when he started catching his breath, though, because Chris would be pissed. Once he caught his breath, he'd have to run. He's pretty athletic, too.
Yeah.
But he's a martial artist, too, honestly. Like, Chris will fuck you up, seriously. He's a pretty tough guy, too, in actuality. So, like, once the nut, you have to get far away. Once you get into the nut pain would wear off, so you can come out. Yeah.
Fucking zombie nuts. That's funny.
Yeah, you messed with the zombie nuts. No, you can check out, Jason's got zombie nuts in later movies. I wish I could remember. Might be C.J. Graham. We'll have to get C.J. Graham on here, too, who played Jason in Friday the 13th Part 6 from 1986. And because I think he may have had zombie nuts. I think that's when Jason had super nuts. That's when he started having the super nuts. So we'll have to ask TJ about that. We'll have to have him on.
We'll just have a whole show about nuts, like everybody that got kneed in the balls.
Yeah, the different Jasons, how they're nuts.
You.
Right. Like, what made you think that like this time, that's not going to hurt my nuts? Like last time I know it did, but we're going to make a fucking statement here. This is a different Jason.
The nut show.
Yeah, totally. And Jason X, man, when Jason went to space, he had that, when he turned into like the fucking super Jason.
Yeah.
He must have. He had like a machete for a dick or something. Oh yeah, he was steel. Like he must have had something. He was totally different.
I know my dad has a machete hanging on his wall, and it's so funny because every time I see a machete, I think of Friday the 13th.
You know what I just thought of? Chris knows Steve Miner, who directed H2O. We said we're going to try and get Steve Miner on. I don't know Steve at all. I don't know him on any level. But he also directed Friday the 13th Part 2 and 3.
Oh, okay.
So what a great, on top of Halloween H2O, which is awesome. So what a perfect person to get on and ask him about Jason nuts and Michael Myers, because he did Friday 2 where Jason had mortal nuts, and he did H2 where Michael had somewhat mortal nuts. He affected a little, like he kind of, like you said, he was like he who? Who? But he didn't delay. You know, he didn't have that delayed effect. So he did have some supernatural aspect to his testes, for sure.
His testes.
That's right.
That's funny. Well, I started watching, I was on like a kick of, you know, obviously not Friday the 13th, I'm sorry, Nightmare on Elm Street. And I was watching the new one like over and over. I probably watched it like 5 or 6 times, and I was putting it on like every night before I go to bed. And it's like each time I watch it, I like it a little bit more. I don't like the Freddy Krueger, obviously, just because, you know, Robert Englund is like my favorite, my guy, but I still really like it for some reason.
You know what's funny that you say that, Rhiannon? Because I don't hate it as much as other people do either. Mm-hmm. We're referring to the 2010 Nightmare on Elm Street remake with Jackie Earle Haley as Robert Englund, as Freddy Krueger as opposed to Robert Englund, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they had it on Prime at one point really cheap. It was like $4 or something, so I bought it.
Oh.
Because I had seen it before. Yeah, but because it was so cheap, I'm like, what the hell? And I actually watched it again with Allison. I didn't mind it.
Yeah.
If you took, again, there was some of it that was really, for me, like I didn't like, they had too many like model types in it, like as actors, as opposed to the original.
Yeah.
That had Heather Langenkamp. They were more like realistic, the girl next door, the guy next door. And the story was done differently. Like in the beginning of their remake, they kind of just started off.
Yeah.
You know, just kind of, it was a reboot, but they made it as if you would know who Freddy was, but it was supposed to be, you know what I mean? Because it started right away. Mm-hmm. If you had never seen any of the Nightmares and you didn't know who Freddy was,
yeah,
it would be kind of weird. But in that same aspect, it may have been a lot more respected had there been no other Nightmares. But of course, there wouldn't have been this remake if there weren't. So.
Mm-hmm. Well, and they went more towards the child molester thing that was originally supposed to be in the.
I hated that.
Yeah, so they ended up.
I didn't like it.
Yeah, like when they said in there, you know, that I can't remember what they said, but basically the 2 kids, kind of towards the end, when they were saying, you know, that that's not what happened. It was them being 5-year-olds that basically just like talked shit and said that, and I was like, oh, really good, you know, and so then you kind of felt bad for him. Then in the end, it comes out he actually did, and you're like, oh man, why did you do that?
See, I agree with you. I liked that aspect because I thought the same thing. Okay, in the movie, people haven't seen it. They have a middle part where they think that Freddy was falsely accused. He's actually a guy that thinks this and that. But see, now Dr. Wolfula, I happened to watch her when that Cinema Snob the other day. Dr. Wolfula came on too, and actually I watched that review, which I had seen before. And he brings up a great point, too. He hated the child molestation aspect. I remember he was uncomfortable with it.
Mm-hmm.
But he also didn't think they should make, you know, even attempt to try and make Freddy a sympathetic person at all. Mm-hmm. And when you look at actually the previous scenes in the movie, because I was the same way, like, oh, cool, but if you actually look at the scenes, there's no way that would be true for what happened in the movie already.
Yeah.
Like, just because he's evil. You know, they're trying to make it seem like he's this innocent guy. He's butchering people. So
yeah. I guess
but the point is, then you go back and you find out that he was. I think they should have just left that entire angle out of it, including trying to gain sympathy and all that. Like, they should have completely left that out.
Yeah, because them chasing him and him running and screaming and crying, I felt so fucking bad for him. I'm like, that is horrible.
The CGI wasn't. The CGI was pretty overdone in that scene too. It was. I just didn't like that. I agree with you that I don't know. It was a weird thing.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of CGI, so I actually did go and see. I just remembered because you said that. I went and saw The Unholy with Jeffrey Dean Morgan in the theater.
Ooh, how was it?
It was good. Like, I liked it, but the CGI I did not like. I think that the Mary, you know, the person that plays like Virgin Mary or whatever, if they would have done practical effects, it would have been so much better. But you could just tell it was computer. And then like the fire, there's like fire in it, and you can just totally tell it's all computer and CGI. And I'm like, they totally could have made that so much better had they just done the practical effects.
Some of it is so bad. Yeah. Like, it's so obvious and so overused and so, I don't know, lazy in some way, as you said.
Yeah.
Give me fucking Tom Savini any day.
Yeah, or Eric Porn.
Yeah, or Eric Porn. Yeah, get some porn. Absolutely.
Yeah, like he could. That was my instant thought too. I'm like, oh man, Eric could have done a fucking badass job on that creature.
Yeah, Eric's done. Again, people might not know he did Paranormal 2, right? Mm-hmm. And 3, And he's done not just that. He's done a shitload more. He did all the Teen Wolf. He did a bunch of the Teen Wolves in MTV.
Yep. The Wretched.
I believe he did some. Didn't he do some Buffy the Vampire Slayer or Angel? Like one of those.
Angel, I thought it was. I can't remember.
Actually, well, I'm thinking too. I think Chris Durand was in. Speaking of Man Left for Chris Durand, because I'm thinking of him too. I think he may have been in Angel as well. I don't remember.
I don't know.
But I know he was in one of those as one of those, like a villain at some point or something. I may be misremembering, but I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. But, and then, like, The Wretched, that's actually how I found Eric, was through The Wretched, because the fucking creature in there, like, it was so good, and it was, like, creepy looking, and, like, there's something coming out of the girl's stomach, and it was scary, and I'm like, that would have been, something like that in that movie would have been badass, but it was all computer.
Yeah,
so
it's an art.
Not even scary.
It's an art form. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And when it's, the CGI just, again, I don't even know what it was. It was a review I was watching again, too, a long time ago, where there was some, different stabbings. It was one of those splatter horror movies. But the CGI, it was so obvious. Like, why would you even, it was so bad and laughable. I don't even know why some of these movies attempt to do it.
Yeah. It was a letdown, because Jeffrey Dean Morgan is such a good actor, and the story was actually good. It dumbed it down with it not being realistic.
Yeah. Yeah, there's probably a lot of reasons for that, in terms of, who knows, like budget or just getting the people. During COVID, who knows? I don't know when it was made, if you said it was made. Who knows?
It's new. It was in the theater. I just don't know when they made it. But Jeffrey Dean Morgan is a big actor right now.
Yeah, but you're right. I agree. I'm not a fan of CGI. I just...
It really
not at all. Yeah, well, and and that's another thing. We didn't bust Chris Durand's balls about the CGI in H2O. We let that go. Remember that CGI scene with the mask? Do you remember that? The CGI scene? Chris and I I don't think we ever discussed it.
I don't remember that.
There's a pretty infamous scene in H2O, which they just should have left out, but where they actually CGI'd Chris's mask, like, really badly. It's only in one scene, but I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
But I've never discussed it with Chris to ask him why the hell. But he may not, again, he was an actor there. He wasn't running all that shit. So.
Yeah, like, he might not know. Yeah, I don't... It may be something that you mentioned. I just don't remember exactly which part.
Yeah, like I said, there's somebody that actually... They did an H2O version where they literally had the whole movie the same, but they just cut the scene out that I'm referring to. They cut together great. I don't know why they put it in, but I'll send you the scene.
Okay, yeah, send it.
And I'm going to see what I can do about Steve Miner. Mm-hmm. So we can talk about zombie balls with him.
Zombie nuts.
Super nuts, yeah. The titanium testes of Michael Myers and Jason Voorhees. I think that should be the true fight. I don't want to see, like, because you got Freddy versus Jason, people saying Jason versus Michael. Like, I want to have a nut kick competition. Have Michael and Jason stand there and see who can take it and kick the nuts the hardest.
That'd be great.
Like, take a sledgehammer to Chris's balls. Let Chris, Chris Durand, and just really hammer him.
Oh, Chris, you're in trouble.
Yeah, we'll figure out who we'll get for Jason. I don't know. We could put, hey, what we'll do? We'll put Larry Zerny. He's the one who got Jason's mask. So we'll put Larry in a Jason mask, and we'll smash his nuts with a sledgehammer too, and see who takes it.
Celebrity nut bash.
I think that's right, celebrity nut bash. I think they'll both take it like champs.
Oh my God.
No, Larry would go ahead, hit me, and then back away, and then he'd fucking get it. No, Larry wouldn't. I don't think he would agree to that, but
I don't think
Chris either. But we can dare to dream.
Yeah. We'll just play it out in our heads. We're like, so who would win?
Well, Larry's a competitive dude, though. He won, what was it that he won? It was that show with the suitcases. You remember how people, you could guess certain...
Deal or No Deal?
Well, there was something, I always forget. I'm sorry, Larry, but he won like he won like $250,000 off it. Something like that or more. It might have been $1 million. It was a lot of money.
Shit.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, Larry, man, I remember, man, hey, we're buddies now, right?
Fuck, that'd be amazing.
He's like, screw you. He's like, screw you, I don't even know you.
Yeah, I'm going to start I'm going to start a horror OnlyFans, and I'm going to get that shit on TikTok, because these bitches are going, like, fucking viral and making, I mean, $100,000 with stupid fucking videos.
Stupid shit.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I was watching this one video of this chick, and it's like all she's doing is just standing there in like a dress, and she's just doing this dumb little dance. And that bitch made I'm not calling her a bitch like because she's a bitch, but it's just how I talk.
Yeah.
But $100,000, and then this one girl was saying that, you know, like she didn't save money for taxes, and she made like over $100,000, and they're like the dumbest videos. December and January, she just pushed it really hard. $45,000 just to pay her taxes. Like in 2 months, she made $45,000.
Oh yeah, they take like 40% right off the fucking top, man. You make $100K, they're taking 40 of it.
Yeah, but she made her the amount she had to pay in taxes in 2 months. It's insane.
Yeah, you can. It's well, it's funny too because some of these people too that do some of these videos and some of the shit they do, I'm like, you're gonna regret that when you try and do something. You know what I mean? Or you try and have a family, or you try and get a respectable job, or I don't know, just self-pride. You know, people. It's scary what people are willing to do for a little attention.
Yeah, like I don't want to do it like porn-wise. Like I don't want to do that. I want to do like cool horror pictures and like, you know, just dumb dances with Jessica, my best friend, my best girlfriend.
Although we would do Eric porn on there. We would bring Eric porn on TikTok and do videos with Eric porn. So you're not referring to Eric porn. We would do TikTok with Eric.
He'd probably make a lot of money just by his name. People would click on it like porn.
Oh yeah, well that's what. Yeah, people. That was a lot of the draw. I know. Holy shit! What the hell is this thing got on?
Zombie Barbie featuring porn, and it's like really not porn. It's just Eric porn.
Well, yeah, but then see, you get them in their asses in the seats, but then Eric's also very entertaining, so we keep him there. So that's the key.
Yep.
See, we'll sell you the whole seat, but you're only gonna need the fucking edge, and that's the key. Get them in the seats, man, because anyone can get them in the seats. Yeah. It's about keeping them there. How do you keep it? So that's how it's done.
So that was one hell of a comeback. I was gonna say movie, but video. It's like I've
yeah,
a comeback movie, but man, I've missed it so much. But you know, we've gone over an hour, I think.
It's unbelievable, Rhea. I think we've probably gone over that, and there's got to be probably some cut out. We'll have to cut some out that some people don't see because there's so much footage. We've just been having a good time together. So definitely an awesome reunion.
Yes.
And
reunion on screen because we've been talking the whole time, every single day.
Right, in front of the camera. So this is, but yes, behind the scenes, we definitely talk quite a bit. And I know we're going to get to the shout-outs because in saying that, we are coming up on a little bit of time here. We don't want to lose people's attention. Yeah. We know how people are and they're low attention. So we will get to the shout-outs, right? And I know that. And I'll go first.
Yes, definitely.
If I may. Shout out, first of all, to Zombie Barbie, Raina Nicole, I love you again. BFF, we're doing this together always and forever. I love you. Thank you so much. And again, sky's not even the limit, baby. We're way past it. I love you. Thank you for being the best friend ever and the best co-host I could have. To my wife, Allison, I love you, baby. I'm so lucky. And I've said it for years. I've been with this woman for 15 years. My best friend as well, and just a wonderful human being, my wife. Thank you. To my boys, I'm so blessed. I'm just so fucking blessed. To my mother-in-law, Phyllis, who I think we'll be seeing tomorrow. Now that things are lightening up too, it's been nice. Been able to see my mother-in-law again. She's such a wonderful woman. She's just such a supportive person. And when she and I get together, it's usually dangerous because we talk about any range of things, and we'll just go on and on and just really feed off each other and learn from each other. She's just a wonderful person. She's been like a mother to me. She's a wonderful, wonderful woman. So shout out to Phyllis. I love you, Ma. Oh, Rana, you're still with me.
Yeah.
See, you were smiling, and I thought you were frozen at first,
no,
but I don't think you were. I just was worried about you being frozen. Yeah, see, she's used to that, holding the pose. So my mother-in-law, I love you, Ma. And some other people, obviously, John Mondu, per always. Yes. I love you, Johnny. And to all my Brook Village crew out there, Chris Baker and the hundreds of BBC members all across the globe, the Roberts boys, everybody out there, Eric Saracen, I can go on, the list of people. My Brook Village crew out of Nashville, I love you, including my man Mondu. And also, as somebody I want to mention, I mentioned Tammy Clegg before, speaking of Brook Village crew. She didn't actually live in the village, but she was close enough. And she was a friend of the village. She was in Memphis. So, but Tammy, I've known just about my whole life too, since we were 8 or 9 years old. And Tammy's brother is going through a fight right now in reference to COVID-19. And as I said to Tammy off the air, Tammy is one of the strongest fucking people I know. And she's amazing. And the things that she's experienced and how she continues to battle through it. And I don't think she realizes sometimes how fucking strong she is, how amazing she is. So I'm here to tell you, Tammy, you're amazing. I love you. And to your brother, we're pushing for you, him here at Sinister Parlour Podcast. Mm-hmm. And for you, Tammy, we love you. So keep pushing. We're sending that positive energy out to everybody out there that might be hurting or down. You might be down, but you're not out. Caroline Gleason, who's somebody behind the scenes too, that I talk with a lot, try and give her some inspiration. She's very receptive and very inspiring herself. So Caroline, I love you. I told you I was going to give this shout out. So we love you. Diane Lyons, another very supportive person behind the scenes. My friend Lori Damon, formerly Lori Damaris. That's how I remember her, because she grew up right next to me when I moved to a town when we left Nashville called Ware, New Hampshire. We went right from the city to the country. And the first person I met was Lori Damaris, and I've known her since we were about 14, and so we're older now, and I still, Lori is married, and she's got a family, and she's a big New England sports fan, so we talk a lot too, and I'm sending a shout out to Lori and her family. I love you, Lori. I'm so blessed. I told her, man, it's so cool, because I've known these people my whole life. And those are the people I tend to kind of gravitate to. I don't, besides Rhiannon, but I've known you for a couple years now. Mm-hmm. But there's a definite different type of energy. So Lori, love you. Thank you for all the support behind the scenes. Rhiannon, I would be remiss if I didn't mention Ryan Brochu of Daddy's Fight and the adopted father of Sinister Parlour Podcast, yeah. Norm Brochu. And Norm is Ryan's hero, also his father. Mm-hmm. And it's a wonderful thing to see. And Mr. Brochu, Norm Brochu, had a birthday recently, so we say happy birthday to you, Mr. Brochu. And he was actually, Ryan shared with me too, I'm going to get some pictures too, that his dad used to be a bouncer. Now, as you know, I was a cop, I've done security, I was a bouncer, I've done it all. So I said, well, there's another kinship, so send me some pictures, and we'll get them up here. So the dad of Sinister Parlour Podcast, Norm Brochu, will get some pictures up. Love you to Ryan, he's always supported you. Sam Fowler behind the scenes, he does a lot of YouTube work as well. And Sam is forever faithful and supportive of the show, and I'm sure I've missed some people. But in saying that, everybody out there that supports us and gives us those shout-outs and inspiration behind the scenes and asks, hey, when are you guys coming back? It has not gone unnoticed. It is very much appreciated. And baby, we're just getting warmed up. Because again, I know there's a lot of guests that we already have, and we're going to have some more coming up, and we're going to have a lot more fun reading, some more laughs, some more inspiration, and one more person, because the pup there is getting annoyed with my rambling as well. I'm going to be starting on the sideway into, as you know, a little show with a gentleman named Chris Gannon, who I've worked with. I've guested on a show that he did in the past, and we've remained in contact. He's a very great guy, and we've decided that we're going to do a little empowerment show, but it's going to be a little of everything. He has a network that he's starting, and the show is going to be on there, and I believe it's going to be called the Gannon and Vino Show. And I think we're going to do a little bit of everything. Yeah, and he's going to kind of run with it, too. And he's going to have his network where he does a lot of different things on there. And Chris is someone who is in the parental equality movement, and he's got children of his own. He's a great dad. And he's a great person. And what I've seen from Chris, too, is it's awesome. Because, when you see somebody that starts to build themselves genuinely, that might have been down, and I'm not even just referring to Chris or anybody, but when someone's down, you see them actually, because we all, as I've said, at some point, we're great. We're born great. We know we're great. We have this light. And somewhere along the lines, it gets dimmed because of life. And sometimes we forget that fucking spark is there. There's still that shine. Life sometimes dulls it, makes us doubt it, or makes us forget the joy that we could have in our lives, or the people that are surrounding us. We're so busy looking here, we don't see what's right in front of us. Mm-hmm. So it's been wonderful working with Chris behind the scenes and seeing him get more and more empowered and more remembering as I've told him, Chris Gannon, you look in that fucking mirror and you say, I'm Chris fucking Gannon, until you have the real swag. And I'm really excited to be working with Chris because he's very smart, too. He's very deep, and we're going to have a lot of friggin' fun. He's got a great sense of humor, and it's definitely going to be empowering for people. It's going to be motivating also some laughs and sports and things like that.
Nice.
And I'm obviously going to be staying with you.
Oh, yeah.
Sinister Parlour, that's my heart, near and dear to me, and my bread and butter, and I'm always going to keep doing this, too. So there's so many great things happening.
Hell yeah.
I love you to everything. Thanks for Rhiannon, now that I've rambled forever.
All right. Well, I, of course, want to thank you, because without you, I wouldn't have this show, and I wouldn't be doing it at all, honestly. So I want to thank you so much for coming on with me and becoming my co-host, being my best fucking friend ever, my biggest supporter. You know, you're there anytime I need you, good, bad, sick, migraines, funny shit, bad shit, whatever, you're there. So I love you so much, and I thank you for everything. We need to thank Chris Durand for being amazing,
you know,
and an asshole.
I have to thank you because I thought of that. I thought of that as you were saying that. Go ahead.
But, I mean, we talked about him through the whole damn show, so, you know, I mean, obviously,
yeah.
I love you, Chris.
Well, no, yeah, I had to cut him. I figured it would be cutting his ego down a little because we talked about him a lot. Mm-hmm. So he'd be maybe expecting it at the end of the show too, and we would really cut his ego, not even mention.
Yeah.
But now we have. No, in all seriousness, you're right, Rand. I'm going to let you continue. But he is, as much as we break his balls, I love you, Chris, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I'm very blessed to have you as a friend.
Want to thank Johnny Daggers for doing our intro and our intro music. And then want to thank Chris Atella for doing our outro music, and then our outro music for Apple, Spotify, iHeart, Google Podcasts, all of that. Want to thank My Indie Productions for always supporting all of us indie artists, podcast actors, directors, any musicians, anybody that's in the indie field. Ty Guberman is right there supporting and sharing, and he's doing all of this alone. He recently lost his co-host, Peter Angel, who had taken over My Indie for a while to help Ty when he needed help. And they also had the Best Worst podcast, and he was his co-host. So our condolences go out to Ty and Peter's family.
Yeah, absolutely, Rand, if I could. Yeah, Ty is top-notch. And Peter was top-notch, too, a very supportive guy. And they had known each other for a long time before, working together on these things. And both, again, as you said so well, as condolences to Peter's family and friends. Again, my dealings with Peter privately were only a few, and they were always very positive. He was very supportive, and I know Ty cared about a lot. So, yes, we send our condolences and our strength. Ty, such a good-hearted person. He celebrated a birthday the other day, too. So we want to give a shout-out to Ty. Ladies. Happy birthday, brother. We love you, and we're here for you, as always. If you need anything, you reach out. Thank you for mentioning that.
Yes, definitely. Crazy Ink Publishing for publishing my books, Broken Halo Blood Curse, and Broken Halo Witches Game, all available on anywhere that you can buy print or digital books, Amazon, Barnes & Noble, just anywhere that you can buy it. Just go on there, buy it, support. It's a small boutique type publishing house. There's tons of great authors, so many great authors. So go out, buy some books, read, quit watching just TV, read. No, I'm kidding.
Yes, and you never know. I might come out with a book myself in the near future. You just
yeah, you are.
Never know.
You are.
So, yeah,
awesome.
That's really good stuff.
And then my last shout out to a fellow podcaster, Sir Sturdy, Horror with Sir Sturdy. Check him out. He's who got me into doing podcasting, and he's super supportive of everyone as well. Anybody that's in the horror field or just a fan of horror, he always is willing to have people on his show. So definitely check him out. But I think that's actually it. I'm sure I'm forgetting 50 million people, but it's been a while, so my mind is just like not completely remembering
we're getting
what I'm
older.
supposed to do.
You can blame it on being older, like George Carlin says. Getting older is great. Yeah. You can even shit in your pants.
I am not to that point yet, but...
Well, Just give it time, my friend. Give it time.
Just the memory
Give
loss. But yeah,
well,
with that, I'm done with mine, and I want to, thank you again for always being there for me, being my co-host, and I can't wait until our next show. And thank you all for supporting us and watching us.
Love you guys. Thank you so much. Love you, kiddo. And again, we're just starting, baby. Love you guys.
Bye.